Hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, December 9th, 2025. Oh, shoot. Hang on. I got to get rid of this. Poor Kim. Hang on. I got to switch this. It seemed so. Today is right off the farm heirloom seeds. And I forgot to change this. I apologize. From Kim Lund, who is a very well and respected seed steward and vendor, and she deserves the credit. There we go. Vendor spotlight. I'm going to have to copy that on the other pages. Anyway, happy to be here. My name is Lauren, otherwise known as Mrs. Tomato Head. And I hadn't done it in a while until last week, but I order seeds from a lot of places, as do members of my group, Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap. We are a bunch of crazy tomato seed buying enthusiasts. And I like to do spotlights and sometimes unboxings like I am today, kind of a cross between a vendor spotlight and an unboxing, although I've seen them already. So does that really count as an unboxing if I've like looked at them and actually held them in my hand? I'm not sure, but I'm going to pretend it's all new to me. So I do these just to give a spotlight. Our vendors work incredibly hard. Many vendors are like a one woman, one man show. They do all the growing, the harvesting, tasting and reviewing, taking photos. I do all of this without selling, and it really keeps me busy all season long. And that's only with like 200 plants. So our vendors grow a lot more than that. And so they deserve our respect. I shouldn't say all of them, but the ones I spotlight definitely deserve your respect. And, they're not all going to be your cup of tea, but perhaps I'm showing you a vendor that really carries a lot of the stuff that you like. And so I'm really excited to share with you about right off the farm heirloom seeds. Like I mentioned, it is run by Kim Lund, who I've been a friend with for several years now. She's a member of the group. She accepts orders online, and you can find her on Facebook. She has a Facebook page, so you can visit right off the farm heirloom seeds on Facebook. And gosh, it really, I think I said this last week too with Secret Seed Cartel. Kim and I've been telling Kim for years, I need to do an unboxing for you. And she never asks or anything. Nobody ever asks me, but I've been meaning to. And how it's gone this long without me doing it, I don't know. But as I said last week, better late than never. And I've got some seeds here that I will be showing you all. I am coming to you live December 9th, 2025. But for those of you watching the recording, I hope you enjoy this as well. Let's see who we have here live with us. No prizes today, gang, so no need to put in hashtag tomato. Sherman's first. Hey, Sherman. Happy Tuesday. Yes, definitely get your pen and paper. Get a notebook and a pen, because chances are you're going to write things down and you're going to want to message Kim looking to place an order. She's got so many incredible seeds, and what I'm going to be showing you today, the varieties, is just a drop in the bucket. She really has stuff. I'm going to show you stuff today that I defy you to find anywhere else. Truly. She's really got some unique stuff, and that's one of the great things about her. Her seed packs, I'll just say this now before I forget because it's important info. Seed packs you get 10 seeds for $3 each. She does ship international. She's located in the United States. She ships domestic and international. She ships, when she goes international, it's in small batches so they don't get confiscated. If they only want a few that I can fit in an envelope, she doesn't even charge for shipping. But when they order enough, she has to use like a padded envelope or use a mailer, and she only charges $5. So we're talking dirt cheap seeds here. And as you can see from these seed packets, she's got all the things on here. She's got nice craft paper envelope here, little mini manila envelopes. She's got, oh, where'd that thumbs down come from? I'm not giving a thumbs down. I'm giving a thumbs up. Thumbs up. I don't know how these things happen. They just happen. There we go. She's got a photo, and then she's got the description, which I'll be reading to you today. So if you've ordered from Kim in the past, please put so in the comments. Share with us in the comments how your experience has been. Mine has always been fantastic. I've got a bunch that I still haven't logged from her that I had in for a while, but the stuff I was a good girl today. The stuff I'm showing you, I've just logged. I need to populate I have this massive spreadsheet that there's no way in my lifetime I'll ever be able to catch up on with various orders I've placed and lots of trades that I've done. Um, so I keep meaning to be like, all right, you need to log 5 varieties each day, which is totally doable. I mean, it takes time because I need links attached to it if and when possible. I need photos. I need the description. I need all the things in my spreadsheet. So it takes time. It is a thing of beauty, I must say. But so everything I'm showing you today, I've logged. So I've been a good girl. Hey, Deborah. Good morning to you. We're getting spoiled with all these videos. I know. I said, so next week I think I had said that I was going to do an unboxing for Val Smith. The next one will be Val Smith. My daughter's coming home on Sunday. So I'm looking towards next week and thinking we may want to do stuff. So stay tuned. I may push Valerie's off, maybe even until January. I have to talk to her about it. I know she's away right now. But stay tuned. I may be doing it next week. Otherwise, I may be doing it waiting till after the new year. I've got a couple new things I've got coming in or have gotten in. Like I've got all kinds of unboxings to show you guys and vendor spotlights. So happy to do it. Hey, Tanya, nice to see you. Looking forward to this episode. Mayor from afar. Snowing in Minneapolis, expecting up to 7 inches. Good time to watch an unboxing. That's amazing. We've only had dusting so far, but let me tell you, it was 5 degrees Fahrenheit when I woke up this morning. We have not had that cold yet. So needless to say, I did not go out on the deck with my Rory the Wonder Cat. Stay safe in the snow. Hi, Eva. Glad you're here. And Laura Bradley's here. Hi, Laura. Actually, early today. Hello, everyone. It's always a great day to talk tomatoes. I agree. Hi, Charlie. Nice to see you. And Blah Blah's here. And Leslie's here. Hey, Jennifer. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. Tara Dove, perfect gray, cold, icy day for talking tomatoes. She's right. It's always a good day to talk tomatoes. I need to get ready for Christmas, though. Like, seriously. I have all these boxes upstairs from Amazon. I've been doing okay with the ordering, but the room is like filled up. I need to unbox these boxes, and they're not fun unboxing these boxes like they are with seed orders at all. I mean, I love giving Christmas gifts and that stuff, but I don't get that same level of excitement opening all the Amazon boxes at all that I do from like an order from right off the farm, Heirloom Seeds. Hey, Jamie, nice to see you. And Robin's here. And Anwei's here. Hey, Anwei, Scano to you. Haven't talked to you yet today. Hey, Dancing Vita. And Rowena's here. Hey, Rowena. And we've got Malachite Jen in the house. Hey, Jen. And Kim, my friend Kim. Happy Tuesday to you. Iceworks V8D. Hello there. Nice to see you. Do you love the blinking lights? Thank you. I forgot I've been purging a little bit lately. I think Jen, her enthusiasm for purging with her daughter lately has gotten me on the kick. So I just purged a whole bunch of things in this cabinet right here. And I found a whole bunch of these things, and I'm like, why are they down there? And then I remembered normally at this time, I went to do it for today too. I have one of my micro dwarfs sitting here, and I decorate the tree with these glow necklaces as if they're like lights on the tree. I'm not even up to date with my Christmas tomato stuff. I showed this on Friday. I think this blinks too, this Christmas tomato Santa hat. I think I'll leave that for the Thursday show though. No need to mess up an unboxing with my silly Santa hat. Hi, Anne. Nice to see you. And Kiki. Nice to see you, Kiki. And South Texas Sprouts. Haven't been able to watch in a while. Glad you're here. Can't wait to show you these fantastic varieties. Kim's got some really special stuff. Hey, Janet. Thanks for being here. And Yvette, if you're just tuning in, I'm doing a vendor spotlight on Right Off the Farm Heirloom Seeds. Based in the United States, she does ship international. Depending on the size of the order, she may break it down into smaller things. Make sure you grab a notebook and a pen. You'll want to write down, I know, at least a couple of what I'm going to show you today. I wish I could show you all her varieties, but she's just got so many, it would be impossible. But I think what I'm showing you some really fun things today, which I can't wait. Hey, Jerry, thanks for being here. And Mariah's here. Hey, Mariah. Yes, Robin, thank you. Kim usually sets up a booth at the Berea, Kentucky Seed Swap. She certainly does. She's really big in the seed swap community. She's really very well respected as a seed steward by people all over the world. She shared with me this morning that while she really likes and gets excited about a lot of the new and upcoming varieties from vendors like in Ukraine and Russia and Poland, all over the world, but her heart lies with trying to make sure these older varieties from all over the world, not just the United States, but these older varieties, the ones with stories, the ones your great grandmother used to grow. That's what Kim is interested in preserving and getting out into circulation. So that's what makes her very, very unique. She she searches high and low for these seeds. A couple today I'm going to show you that you, like I said, you'll only be able to find it from Kim. I'm trying to think. I asked her what her mission was, and she said to keep old heirloom varieties going. Every lost seed is a part of history loss. I agree. She grows 140 to 200 plants a year, focusing on these older varieties I mentioned. She sells plants to people from several states around her in Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois. They all come to the farm to pick up their plants. I also sell to about 100 people in my state of Michigan from several miles around my area. I have a lot of people who buy plants from me to sell at farmers markets like the big Eastern market in Detroit. And then she says, I usually ship my seeds for free unless it is out of the United States. Again, packets are $3 for 10 seeds. If you want to order from Kim, you need to reach out to her on Facebook. Kim, I'm not sure if you're here. I know you were hoping to get here. If there's an alternate way for people to reach you to place an order, please let me know. I'll keep this scrolling on the bottom. But check out Right Off the Farm Heirloom Seeds on Facebook. There's a page, and her name is Kim Lund. Who else do we have here? Hey, Linda. Thanks for being here. And Akelia's here. And Greg's here. And Linda. Hey, Linda. She's ordered from Kim. She has a marvelous selection. She really does. She really does. And she's a nice person. I've shared this before, but I won't do a showcase and I won't grow varieties from people that aren't kind. That's a thing I have, at least not to my knowledge, but I really love doing the vendor spotlights for people that I love. And Kim is certainly one of them. I respect her and her opinion very, very much. She's been growing a long time. Although I've been growing a long time. We've both been growing over 30 years. But I respect her a whole lot more than my own tomato stuff. I shouldn't say that. That's not true. Obviously, I feel I have something to share in the tomato world. But you can always learn from other people who've been growing a long time, and from people. I learn stuff from new growers all the time too. It's exciting. That's what we all do for each other. Hey, Christy. Nice to see you. Thanks for tuning in. And Brianna's here. Hey, Brianna. Eric, hope you had a happy birthday. And Terry, nice to see you. Hey, Kim from stormy Scotland. Stay safe and warm and dry. Hi, Linda. Thanks for being here. Erin, my son is keeping track of how many days are left until Christmas 16. That stresses me out. But I can understand why your son would like it. For me, it's like, oh my gosh, what am I doing talking about tomatoes? Because we all need to talk tomatoes. That's why. For my own self-care and self-compassion, I need to talk tomatoes and share with you guys because that's what I like to do. Hey, Lisa, nice to see you. Yes, Jennifer, sounds like the box is hidden in my garage. Have to wrap sometime. Yeah, forget even wrap. I just have to get them out of the boxes. What's tomorrow's Wednesday? Recycling day's Thursday, so I need to load Rob up with the corrugated cardboard boxes a little bit at a time. Hey, Nicole, nice to see you. And Craig, hey, Craig, thanks for tuning in. And Dana, hi, everyone. Thank you for recommending Bad Skin's Garden. I found some cool seeds there. Excellent. Good to hear. That was the unboxing I did, last week, was Badskin's Garden, and, they're out of Denmark, and they're if you didn't catch that unboxing and vendor spotlight, it was a week ago today. You can catch that on my YouTube channel, Mr. and Mrs. Tomato Head. By the way, if you don't subscribe or follow me, I guess it's called, on Instagram. Oh, I don't have it written down here. But I do a lot of in-depth reviews of tomatoes. So if that interests you and you want really in-depth in my reviews and all of that stuff, my take on them, you can check me out. It's Mr. and Mrs. Tomato Head. And if you don't already subscribe to me on YouTube, where you're likely watching this, well, maybe not. If you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and give it a thumbs up, that would be great. If you're watching on Instagram, I can't see your comments, unfortunately. So just know I'm not ignoring you. I just can't see you. I can go out to you with the broadcast, but I can't see in. But you can catch me on my YouTube channel if you'd like to take part in the conversation, Mr. and Mrs. Tomato Head. Who else do we have? Mike's here. Hey, Mike. And Angwei, staying new to us is one of the best things about keeping a garden. Nobody is the expert when there's so much more to learn at every level of experience. Couldn't agree with you more, Angwei. Couldn't agree with you more. Hey, Kim. Welcome to your own vendor spotlight. Glad you could be here. I don't know if you're just tuning in, but I had just asked, I'm scrolling down below for people to find you on Facebook. If there's like an email address or another way you take orders, let me know and I could post that too. So I've already mentioned Kim's out of the United States and but does ship all over the world, and you're going to want to see some of these. Before we do, yeah, got to change this. I'm usually so organized with this stuff. I don't know how I missed it. Look away, Kim. There we go. That's the correct one. Right off the farm heirlooms. No, what happened? Oh, I just put it all in. Right off the farm heirloom seeds. Hope that works. All right, there we go. Right off the farm heirloom seeds. So let's look at what we've got. Mine came in a padded envelope. And if you already caught it earlier in the episode, fine. Otherwise, I want to show you guys what her seed packets look like because they're really pretty special. You get little mini manila envelopes. Her logo, of course, up there. A photo, which I'm a visual person. I love being able to look at my seed packets and have a photo on there. I don't do it on my own labels, but as a vendor, and I don't sell anything. But as a getting these from places where they have the photos, I'm always really psyched because I can see my spreadsheet what everything is. I put the photos in there, but I like to see it right on the seed packet. And then she's got a description down below on every single seed packet. And I mentioned there's 10 seeds in each packet. Just want to show you inside here. Okay, inside you get the plastic. So you get the protection of plastic and the benefit of a little manila envelope. And of course, I don't know if it's going to focus too well. Let me try this. Very nice, light, fresh, and fluffy. That's what you want to see in seeds. Looking really, really good. I know it's not going to focus on it, but maybe. You can tell just from the color, but they are light, fresh, and fluffy the way I like to see them. All right, so let's take a look. Where did we start? Slideshow. Grandpa Charlie. Oh, I had these all in order. Now they're all screwed up. Grandpa Charlie. Where's Grandpa? Here he is, Grandpa Charlie. Grandpa Charlie. What do we know about this? A lot of Kim's stuff you can't find information on other than through Kim, which is nice to have on the envelope. Kim says it's a potato leaf, produces pink fruits up to 1 pound. Fruits are mild, tart flavor, good production. The soft flesh melts in your mouth. This is another very rare variety, she says. Rare, rare. Almost all of these seed packets say rare because that's what I go for. That's my jam. But it makes it very exciting, like you're holding something super special in your hands. Bill Malin's grandfather, Charles Sokolowski, brought the seeds back from Poland in 1904 where it has been a family heirloom for generations before being brought to the United States. If any of you have grown any of these varieties I'm sharing today, please let us know. That's always super helpful. I'm missing anybody? Hey, Lisa, glad you're here. What else we have? Kim said my Facebook got taken over. Is there a plan B? Maybe an email address or something, Kim? We'll find out that answer for you. All right. Nothing on Grandpa Charlie? Sounds good, right? Looks so pretty. She's got great pictures. They're all on her cutting board with her logo engraved on it, which is nice. All right, next one. I'm going totally out of order here. So organized, yet so not. But that's okay. Cuore di Apilio. Kim says it's a mid-season, very productive variety. I couldn't find this anywhere else. Pink heart of many different shapes and a lot of doubles, up to 16 ounces. Few seeds, excellent flavor, sweet, no acid, and is from the Como region of Lombard, Italy. I'm really digging pinks lately. This sounds great. Excellent flavor, sweet, no acid. Kim and I seem to share the same palate. So when she says like excellent, I tune in. So that's Cuore di Apilio. Upilio. All right, next. Oh, this one's exciting. Ohio 7983. How can I be out of order? Well, where is it? There it is. Totally out of order. Ohio 7983. This is a really interesting one. Kim obtained seeds from the National GRIN, and that's the National Germoplasm Informational Network, something like that. And people, breeders, and seed stewards, not your everyday seed steward, but you know, they're very exclusive with who they give to. They give away germoplasm from plants, so that includes seeds, or it can include pollen, for genetic diversity, to keep genetic diversity alive in new varieties, and just to create exciting new ones. So Kim has a lot that were found from the National GRIN, which is incredible. So some of these you won't find as listings anywhere, but they are listed in that database. Anybody can search it, but not everybody can actually get germoplasm from there. So check them out there, National GRIN, GRIN. Okay, Ohio. So this one Ohio 7983 came from the National GRIN. Tomatoes are small, plum-shaped 1 to 3 ounce fruits, thick-walled, taste like a paste with a slight acid finish. No cracking. It's a determinate, great for drying or pickling. And then I found like what's the word I'm looking for? I found a journal post called, and it was at journals.ashs.org. Starts with an A, the word I'm looking, abstract. I found an abstract where they talk about Ohio 7983, and the breeding of it began in 1967. And it came from 5 different crosses. Fruit size, firmness, and uniformity make it suitable for machine harvest. So it's really big for, commercial uses. Ohio 7983. And who has it? Kim Lund at Right Off the Farm Heirloom Seeds has it. Let's see, who do we have here? We got some new attendees. Hi, Jennifer. Excited to see some rare varieties. Glad you're here. And Roxanne's here. Hi, Roxanne. Thanks, everybody, for joining. All right, next one. Will I have it right? No, I'm not going to have it right. Okay. Cuore di Cavallino Tre Porte. It's from Italy. Not a surprise with that name. Cuore di basically translates to ox heart or beef heart. So there's a lot of things like Cuore di. This particular one is Cavallino Tre Porte. And obviously it's an ox heart. Kim says it's beautiful raspberry red heart-shaped fruit. Few seeds come on in bunches of about 8 fruits. Was one of my first to produce, but the information she found says late variety. I found that a lot with stuff I grew this year. Um, Angwei, I feel like there was one of yours that was supposedly late that was early for me. I'll have to look. I can find out. Um, but that happened a lot. There was some like Obama is one I grew this year, and I believe it said it was a late season variety, and that was super early for me. Not sure how stable it is, so perhaps that's why. But yeah, it was one of my earliest. So I appreciate what Kim says. The listings or the information you can find out there says it's late, but for her it was early. Anybody grow these? Hey, Rita. Glad you could join in. Happy to have you here. Oh, Kim, this is helpful. Some of the ones from the National Grin are no longer available on there either, so I'm the only one who has most of those. Gang, get out your notebooks, get out your pen, write these down, and give Kim a private message. um, all right, that makes me want to order even more from you, Kim. You know that. So interesting. Which, if the National Grin doesn't have it, that is, you want to get this from Kim. That's really good to know. So, what have we had so far? We've had Ohio 7983 from National Grin, but there is more to come. So interesting, Kim. This is why I look up to you. You rock, my friend. You totally do. All right. Did I already talk about? Yes. Produced all season, no disease noted. So that's Cor Dubu Cavallino Treporti. And again, I think I saw a listing one other place. I think it was tomato faifu, but not in stock. So I believe you can only get that beautiful ox heart from Kim. All right, this next one's cool. And this will be one you want to write down because it's from the National Grin. It's called CAL3. It is from Spain. Obviously, this isn't really what the breeder intended on the name being. I think there's at least one. Actually, the next one's like this too, but they're really like codes that breeders can use for their own, you know, their own knowledge. So perhaps CA meant it came from a particular variety that started with an A, and using alphabet. Everybody has a different way of doing it, but this one was CAL3. They were collected in Spain in 1987. They are a pretty 3 to 4 ounce red fruit, very acidic, old-fashioned tomato flavor, fair production, and determinate. CAL3. Wished I had this for our Spanish grow out this year, Kim. That would have been super cool because that one needs to get out there. Okay, next one is another one from the National Grin, and it's called No One. Probably number one. That's, again, this is a breeding code that perhaps it wasn't really meant to be out in like the tomato world or more for breeding at the National Grin, but the National Grin feels strongly, as do I, about getting this stuff out there to keep our varieties healthy. Genetic diversity is really, really important. So having this as a resource and having somebody like Kim who can actually access it is incredible. So it's simply called, because this is the code in the National Grin, number one. It's actually, I found out it's from Acapulco, Kim. I found that out through my research earlier. So that is interesting. Mexico, obviously. Kim says it's another wonderful variety from the National Grin. 4 to 6 ounce red meaty fruit, few seeds, super sweet, determinate, slight plum shapes, no disease noted, long shelf life, no cracking. Sounds great. The National Grin said that it was according to the USDA plant introduction records, this tomato was collected on December 17th, 1931 in a local market in Acapulco, Mexico. It wasn't a named heirloom or breeder's release. It was a market tomato. The USDA botanist noted it as tomato number one, describing it as a small, round red fruit. Because no traditional name was provided, it became its official identity in the National Grin system. So there you go. That's number one. Another one. I hope you guys are marking these down, because if it's from the National Grin, Kim could be the only one that has these ever, honestly. Um, we all rock. We are tomato lovers. You're right. You're right. Hey, pretty. Nice to see you. I was making a list to order from Kim. Fantastic. Good timing then. All of the Italian varieties are new to me, sent from a friend in Italy. Oh, that's a great friend. I mean, I'm sure it was a great friend without the tomatoes, but I mean, getting them right from Italy. I've had a few right from Italy too, and it makes me feel like it's not just the Italian tomato, like the seed actually came from Italy. Um, okay, moving on. This one's my favorite of the bunch, but it's really hard to choose. I just love how stinking rare it is. This is Campbell's set. Oh no. Oh no. Hang on. Can I do that? This is not from Acapulco, Mexico. Oh man, the slides I messed up. This is very much from the United States of America, not Acapulco. I wish I could crop it out, but then I think it will crop out my next one. No, 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 no. Bad info. Bad info. Um, Kim has on her seed packet. Very rare, and I can concur that it is fact. It's a variety from the Campbell's company, obviously Campbell's Soup Company. This variety was lost after they destroyed all their test varieties. Um, Kim obtained this variety from a friend in the UK who had them for years. They're a smaller, red, round, uniform shape, 2 to 6 ounces, with 4 seed cavities, sweet with a slight acid finish, melts in your mouth. And then I found out a little bit more that it was a breeding line developed by the Campbell's Soup Company during the mid 20th century. And they operated one of the largest tomato breeding programs in the country. In fact, if you read the book, 10 Tomatoes That Changed the World, there's a whole part of the Campbells and their breeding efforts back um, earlier in the century. Um, it was designed as a processing tomato, and that there were often lots of other numbers. And some people collect them. It may, am I wrong in that Val Smith collects the Campbell's varieties, or is it the Livingstons, or is it both? I'm not sure. Um, and these Campbells were numbered for internal trials. So that's very, very exciting. Sounds like a great one. I'm really, really psyched to own it. Anybody else grown this one or any other of the Campbells? Oh my. I forgot this, Kim. Thank you so much for reminding me. Get this banner off. Kim lost her nephew very, very recently. I apologize. Kim had told me this, and I forgot to mention it. And so all the proceeds from her sales this month are going to my nephew's family. The nephew passed away this week. So even better than a coupon code is that all the proceeds are going. And Kim, I'm really, really sorry for your loss. I know this has been devastating for your family. So even more chance to order from Kim here in December. Oh, Kim has them also. Okay. She has all the Campbell varieties and the Heinz varieties. There you go. One-stop shopping there. Good to know. All the Campbell. They're so hard to compile all of those. Do you have all the Livingstons too? Or are you close? Or are there just too many of those? Guys, do some Googling and check out the Campbell varieties and the Heinz varieties. It's exciting stuff that she's got. Okay, next one. Enema debut Susiva, and I know these Enema debuts come from Transylvania, but with the Enema debut, I don't know, for me, I would swear it's Italian, but alas, it is not. This beauty is from Transylvania. It translates to bull's heart of Susiva. It's, according to Kim, it's an old family heirloom from Transylvania, Romania. Beautiful, large, round, red beefsteak type, 1.5 pound fruits. Very rare. Very rare. All right, Kim says she's got a lot of the Livingstons, but not all. So I know you guys, because we know each other intimately now from all our tomatoing Tuesdays and Thursdays and all of them, my show with Jen. Hope you guys caught the show last week. It was a fun one. I know that if you haven't started already, you will be starting to collect either Campbell's or Livingstons or Heinz or perhaps all three. I every year I'm like, I'll say something like, I'm never going to make that collection. And then the next thing you know, I'm starting to compile it. I feel like I need these because I need to save the tomato. Um, and I know all of you do too. I know I'm an enabler, but you guys grow them too. Hi, Charlie. Good question. It's 10 seeds per pack, and they are $3 United States per pack. She does ship out of the United States, often for free, depending on the size of your order. But if she has to pay for another envelope or something larger, it will be $5 only. Malachi Jen says, so sorry to hear about your nephew. We'll be sending you a message soon. Rowena says, I have seeds for 5 Heinz varieties that I plan to grow in 2026. Nice. Nice. I wonder if we should have like a Heinz or a Campbell's or a Livingston's grow out next year. That's an idea. Kina, Jen, and I have been compiling a list of ideas for our grow outs. I don't think I have those on the list. That's an excellent idea, especially for somebody that wants to start building a collection. Okay, next one. Laura says, I've had Livingston's, Ohio on my list forever. I think this is the year, gang. We need to grow some Heinz, some Livingston's, and some Campbell's. All right, next one is, here's another fun one. Oh, it's wrong. Where is it? Here we go. KA 651. Again, from the National Grin. You can assume with a name like this, chances are this is germoplasm, seed, pollen, or whatever from the National Grin system that Kim has access to. She's like a magical tomato fairy is what Kim Lund is. Here we go. She received these seeds from the National Grin. Its value lies in the genetic diversity as a potential source for traits for new varieties. It's got disease resistance, stress tolerance, fruit quality. Kim says red, round 4 to 6 ounce fruits, thin skin, firm, no noticeable cracking, even after heavy rains. They are super productive plants and continue to produce till frost. And the original seed packet says from Albania, which you don't hear every day. There you go. I would ask if anybody's grown KA651, but no, of course nobody's grown it except for Kim, which is why we need this. Being corrected here. Inima Debu means ox heart, and Susiva is in Moldova, part of Romania, not Transylvania. Still Romania, but different area. We have so many goods tomato here. By the way, I'm from Romania. I wouldn't know. Thank you for the correction. I got it from some other site online, so I guess it's like the game of telephone. One person posts it, and we often use our information from other sites. Yeah, so that's KA651, another one from the National Grin. Next up. Let me put the banner back up. If you're just joining us, we're doing a vendor spotlight and unboxing of sorts from right off the farm. Heirloom seeds. It's owned by Kim Lund, who is a very highly respected seed steward of all kinds of collections. She's got all kinds of collections that people entrust to her. She's from the United States, does ship international, and she's been doing this, the selling aspect, I think she said, for about 10 years. One thing she said was cool, that she got frustrated when she was realizing that people don't have access to interesting varieties. I wrote it down somewhere. Let me check it out, because that was a key part of her story. Did I not write it down? Rats. Well, she did tell me, and she was frustrated that people just didn't have access to good varieties, which is when she started to become really big into the collecting and being a vendor as well. Kim, correct me if I'm wrong about that. I have it written down, but obviously not on my outline here. Hey, Jeffrey. Thanks for joining in. And Teresa. Hi, Teresa. Nice to see you. Kim says those KA651 really are productive. I got tons off that plant. Good to know. Very cool. All right. Italian Noir. which translates to Italian black. Have not grown this before. Kim says, what a beauty. Flavor is sweet, juicy, and has a creamy texture for a paste type. Can get very large, up to a pound. Dense red flesh. Later production, but produces until first frost. And one of her favorites for 2025, gang, Italian Noir. By the way, I found out that there is no evidence that this is from Italy, so I didn't add it. Like literally, I think Tomato Faifu says there's no evidence this comes from Italy. So you can assume perhaps, but not necessarily. One of Kim's favorites for 2025, I'll repeat that. Kim Lund, right off the farm, Heirloom Seeds. You can find her on Facebook. That's how she accepts orders. Next one. All right. Out of order again. Here we go. Grandpa Cock's Plume, which translates to Grandpa Cock's Plum. Beautiful red heart-shaped fruits, Kim says. I'm out of order here. Grow in clusters along the stem. She had 3 clusters of 15 fruits each. And look at this picture. These are not her photos, by the way. I took these elsewhere. I didn't have a photo from her. Her pictures got the beauties right on there. Super meaty fruit with few seeds, old-fashioned classic tomato flavor. Very rare variety. Grandpa Cock's Plume or Plum. Apparently from Siberia, but I don't know. I could be wrong about that. That is what the information shows, but you can't trust everything you read, apparently. Like I said, it takes one person to get it wrong, and then we all get it wrong. Oh, Kim, she's correcting me on my story. You are correct. I was frustrated when you see varieties and can't access them. So if I could find it, I would save it. Fantastic. And prior to the internet, you think about it, it really would only be able to happen through seed swaps in person. Imagine that, right? They still happen. There's still seed swaps all over the world. Kim has a booth in Berea, Kentucky every year, along with some of our other vendor friends. That's like the biggest one in the United States, I think. At least one of the biggest, if not the biggest. That's the one I always hear about for sure. So I love what you're doing, Kim. And we're very grateful for people like you who keep these varieties alive. What else about Grandpa Cock's Plume? Anything? Well suited to regions with cool summer and or cool seasons. This is from Tomato Faifu. Originates from the Altai Mountains in Siberia. And yeah. There we go. So that's Grandpa Cock's Plume with a bit of a naughty name. And you just know that Jen Joy has grown this probably years ago. I know Jen's at work. I'll have to confirm with her, but there's no way she and Kim are friends too. So there's no way Jen has not grown this yet. Right? Am I right, gang? I know I'm right. All right, next one. Judy's Good Heart. Oops. Freaking out here. Let me get rid of the banner for a minute. There we go. Judy's Good Heart. Isn't this pretty? These are not Kim's photos either, actually. One on the right is Bounty Hunter. I forget where the one on the left is, somewhere else on the internet. This is Kim's photo on her seed packet. Beautiful photos. And Kim says it's a bright pink, large, meaty heart to blunt heart shaped tomato, up to 1 pound each. Nice size. Very few seeds and lots of meat. Sweet flavor, very productive. Fair shelf life, indeterminate. And Bounty Hunter says it's in their top 10 this year. So, yeah, I mean, don't you guys want to order all of these? Because there's not a single one that I'm reading here that I can think of that's like, or, I can get that anywhere. No, not at all. And like I mentioned, Plushie's a really good person. And if there's no other reason to order, which I can't imagine what it would be because it's great, but all the proceeds from her sales this month are going to her nephew's family, her nephew just passed away suddenly, and it's been devastating for the family. So all the more reason to order now and not put it off. Um, I agree. Dana, why are the southeastern European countries so good at tomato breeding? Oh, Kim, I thought the same thing, and maybe it is. Kim says I have seeds for Grandpa's cock's plume. I took the cock's plume to mean rooster's feather. You're right. It very well could be. The site I was looking at a site and it automatically transferred the plume to plum, but you could absolutely that would make sense actually more than plum, I think. I don't know. I'll have to go to my tomato lab and try to find out the correct information on it, but that could be. Um, Tara Dove says, I hate to admit it, but I am fairly new to Facebook and I cannot find the list of available seeds on Kim's Facebook. What am I doing wrong? Hey, Kim, where can everybody get a list of what you have? Should they send you a private message on Facebook and you can send it to them? Do you want them to email you? That's a great question. Thank you for asking it. You're not doing anything wrong. Check out her Facebook page. You want to join her Facebook page, but perhaps it's in a file on her Facebook page. I'm not aware of it, but we'll let Kim answer that for us. Yeah, it would be helpful to get a list of things she's got. She's got a lot. AI overviews are also very inaccurate on tomato info. It will tell you any dwarf tomato is part of the dwarf tomato project, whether it is or not. I know. That's why I very rarely use it, because often it'll spit out something to me and I'll see no links attached to it with the sources, and I'll ask it, where's your source? And it'll be like, well, I didn't really have a source. I'm just guessing that based on this, that, and the other thing. So I totally don't rely on AI. So any information I got today had to have a credible source attached to it. But even credible sources get it wrong sometimes too. There was one the other day somebody was asking about. It was like talking about the variety Rio by Bill Yoder, and somebody took a screenshot and sent it to me and said, "This is telling. I'm looking for this variety called Rio. It's part of the Depeche Mode series." And look, not only am I a good friend of Bill Yoder's, but I'm a huge Duran Duran fan. She sent me the screenshot. It was very obvious from like Google AI. It actually says in there, like, while this is a Duran Duran song, this one appears to be in the Depeche Mode collection. So definitely take it with a grain of salt if you're doing research on AI. It can be super helpful. And it could lead to a lot of confusion in the tomato world. I know it already is for people. Make sure you've got a link attached or the actual source that you can try to source it from. But yeah, it's going to get to be a nightmare, isn't it? Okay, last one, last but not least, heartsack purple. This one appears to be in the from the good old USA, and Kim jokes and says it's not a purple at all. This is a beautiful bright pink with a few seeds, sweet flavor with mild acid finish. Fruits can get up to over 1 pound, indeterminate, no signs of disease. Um, and then Tomato Faifu says it's an older variety from the United States. They say probably, which isn't great, but probably from the heartsack family, like its cousin heartsack yellow. And it was featured in the 1998 Seed Savers Yearbook by Dorothy Beiswanger. So that's heartsack purple, which looks and sounds great. Lots of nice pinks, lots of rare stuff, gang. So hopefully you're compiling a list. Check out Right Off the Farm Heirloom Seeds. Let's see if we've heard from Kim about. Oh, hang on. This is helpful from 5 minutes ago. With the Grandpa Cock's Plume, I only had about 10 seeds and they were black. I prayed over them and one seed grew. I was so happy because this one was not available anywhere. Good to know. So you're the originator of that. Okay, so Kim says for anybody wanting her list, send her a private message. So on join her page Right Off the Farm Heirloom Seeds on Facebook. once you're there, you'll be able to private message her, and she can send you the list because she's got lots of other great stuff for all the tomato collector, the tomato grower, and she, with this National Grin stuff she has access to, she's really going to ensure that these varieties and germplasm stay alive. They're important to our heritage, and not the United States. I'm talking all over the world. If you notice today, there were a few from the United States, but there was one from Poland, Transylvania, but not Transylvania. What I said, Poland, Albania, all over the world. Kim has seeds from. Definitely Spain. Oh, there was. Did I make a thing for the one more? Ah, there is one more. I just didn't keep the seed packet out for some reason. One more. I said hardsack purple was. This is the last one. Plain de chair, which apparently is also known as plain de president. Kim says large to very large meaty beefsteak with rippled shoulders, old-fashioned tomato flavor with a sweet acidic flavor, few seeds. She got one that was over 1 pound, 14 ounces. Plant is prolific in the later part of the season. Nice picture on that one, too. All right, gang, so that's right off the farm, heirloom seeds. Kim Lund is the vendor. Make sure you check her out. Again, all the proceeds from sales this month will go towards her nephew's family who are grieving the loss of their son, Kim's nephew. All this National Grin stuff that could be lost, Kim's got it. She's got those collections, the Heinz, the Campbells, a bunch of Livingstons, and then all the other rare stuff I mentioned. So thanks, Kim, for doing what you do. I said it at the beginning of the show, but when I find a good vendor, a vendor who's trustworthy like Kim is, I like to give them the spotlight. They do really important work for very little money. Maybe even at a loss. I'm not speaking for anybody, but just guessing with the cost they charge. So Kim's charging 10 seeds for $3, free shipping in most accounts, but larger orders will be more. Kim will work that out for you. And the cost that it can take to obtain these varieties and grow them, of course, and harvesting. Many of our vendors are like one-person shows where they do everything themselves, taking the pictures, doing the reviews, in vendor's case, doing the listings and Shopify or whatever they use. It's a tremendous amount of work. So I think I like to give them my respect when warranted, of course, not all, but the ones I feel strongly about, I like to give them the respect and the thank you. People like Kim are making it possible for me to grow some of these varieties. That's why Kim got into this in the first place. So thank you all for watching. Hope you give right off the farm heirloom seeds a try. Oh, hey, Alex. Those were always the reason to pass those heirlooms from generation to generation. Absolutely. Absolutely. And as you can see from a lot of what I showed you today, a lot of what Kim has is actual heirloom, which means over 50 years old. I talked about this, I forget if it was Friday or Thursday, but there's a lot of people calling newer varieties heirloom when what they mean is open pollinated. And what open pollinated means is basically you can grow it, you can save seeds and then share seeds, and they will be true to what your original was. That doesn't make it an heirloom, but that word heirloom is it's a good buzzword for interesting tomatoes, but the real definition of heirloom is over 50 years old, and Kim has some in here that are almost or over 100 years old. So super cool. Thank you, gang. I will be doing my Lawrence Tomato Awesome Sauce this Thursday. That would be December 11th, and I'll have 10-ish more varieties that I'll talk about and obsess over. And I've already got some picked, so that'll be a fun show. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, Kim, for what you do, and I will see you guys soon. Let's get some holiday music. No, maybe. All right, this is nice. Bye, gang. Peace, love, get your gratitude on, and go grow tomatoes. Bye.